to this week's episode of the Paul Innocent Channel, what it's like to really be an actor in Great Britain. I know what you're thinking. Is this episode 11 or 12? Well, to tell you the truth, in all this excitement, I kinda lost track myself.
Well, I got an interesting phone call from a friend of mine named Brendan yesterday. He called me from Belfast. He said to me, "Paul, I've devised this character named Johnny Wicks. He's a comedian. Would you be interested in playing him?" I said, "Well, absolutely, mate. How much is the job paying?" He said, £1,400. "But you'll have to come along and audition." I said, "Well, okay, I'd definitely be interested in playing him." I got up to that and thought, okay, I'm ready for the challenge of my life. A comedian. I've never played a comedian, not a stand-up comedian. I met Brendan and he said to me, "What, Paul? My goodness, how long's it been? It's amazing." I said, "Well, it's about 5 years, mate, to be honest. But thank you for calling me. Now, what would you like me to do?" He said, "Right, Paul, what's your Yorkshire accent like?" I said, "Yorkshire accent? Yeah, Johnny's from Yorkshire." I said, "Well, hey, by God." He said, Paul, that's amazing. Have you got any jokes you can tell off the top of your head?" I thought, well, for £1,400, I'll definitely give it a go. So I said, "Yes, I've got a few I can tell." He said, "Well, if you'd like to go over and stand on the cross there, Paul, when I shout action, I want you to recite your jokes to the camera." I said, "That's not a problem at all. I'll go over and do that." So off I trot to the cross, stood there, and Brenda shouts, "Action!" So there I go, in my Yorkshire accent. "A man dragged that cat's boss. He's dead now, we're too heavy for him." A doctor approached me, he said, "Can I get a urine sample?" I said, "Are you taking piss?" He said, "Yeah, it's my job." A drunk, depressed rock climber was lying right on edge of cliff face. He dozed off and fell under the feet to his death. Official verdict of death, dropped off. A man was sitting at a bus stop with no legs. The bus driver stopped and said, "How are you getting on?"
Get 3 coffins ready.
I had a gang of workers. I said to one worker, "Hey, you're sacked." He said, "What?" I said, "You're fired." He said, "What?" I said, "You're fired." He said, "What?" I said, "Sod this, I'll bloody fire somebody else."
My mistake. 4 coffins.
And at that point I suddenly thought, this is harder than I thought. I'm an actor, not a comedian. I thought, how dare I even think about auditioning for the role of a comedian? You see, an actor is somebody who works from within. And even if the situation around him's funny, the character he's playing is always real. Whereas a comedian... Anyway, I learned something from that audition. I don't know whether I've got the job itself or not yet. I shall let you all know in due course. But anyway, I now live by the saying that Clint Eastwood put forward in his Dirty Harry movies back in the 1980s. A man's got to know his limitations. That's it for this week's episode of the Paul Innocent Channel and what it's like to really be an actor in Great Britain. Bye-bye.
Go ahead, subscribe.